once again, your center played very well, but the tackle positions for you, I mean, it seemed like every time Fields was getting hit, it was from around it was either from the tackle or around the end.
Every time.
Everything came off the edge, and the Bears could not stop it. Even when they chipped, even when they left the tight end to chip and then go out on a road, it still didn't matter. Like that's a big issue, because if that throws a quarterback's timing off, and especially for Fields, like the NFL is based on timing, man. It's you got to hit you got to hit. Sometimes you got to throw to a spot, and it's got to be a timing spot. And if Fields isn't getting the time, it's not going to be good for him. Those tackles have got to step up.
You know what last week was? It was a giant horn yelling to the NFL, "Hey everyone, this is our weakness. Attack it every single week the rest of the year." And where they're going to, it's going to be edges.
Yeah. They're announcing their problems to everyone.
Jason Peters.
Cleveland just gave the rest of the NFL a game plan to beat Justin Fields. That's what happened here, and it's very similar to what happened to Tampa this weekend, with the Cowboys showed a schematic on how to beat Tom Brady. Rush him, make him question his throws. And again, even with Tom Brady struggling, he still scored 24 points. Don't get me wrong. I'm not taking that off the board. But here's the thing. To beat good teams, and you could be potentially a good team, the problem is that everyone knows what your weakness is. And until they address that, you're going to struggle.
You know who's the first person to show that weakness? Michael Strahan.
Yes, it was. Again, but no quarterback is going to be successful with just constantly getting hit.
It's impossible.
Tom Brady doesn't even like getting hit.
I would like to give a compliment out to David Montgomery, though.
Oh, yeah.
His blitz protection pickup was phenomenal in that game.
Yep.
I counted three times where he hit a blitzing linebacker and gave Fields an extra half second to either try and make something happen or at least get rid of it and not get killed.
It's better than Peters. Better blocker than Peters.
May I touch upon one of John Larson's comments in the chat?
Let's swap over to defense now, on the defensive side of the football. And
please.
Initially, I want to get your initial thoughts on the D, and you had said at the beginning that you thought they played very, very well.
Yes. Yes, the defense. They played amazing. They really did. I mean, my gosh. Every time Odell Beckham caught a pass, it was just like 2 or 3 people on him. And or the guy like was just in his grill, like about to choke him. It was just like, it was all, I loved it. No, the secondary has clearly, like week 2 and week 3, week 1 secondary, they literally just like put in a ball and threw it in the trash. They look totally different now. They're swarming. They look great. These guys are great receivers. Peoples-Jones and Odell Beckham Jr.'s good. Peoples-Jones is good, and Odell Beckham Jr. is one of the best receivers in the league, obviously. And then you got what's his name, the tight end Joku. Yeah,
David Njoku.
And Jackson was great. He was in his grill. Roquan Smith was amazing. The only guy who got Roquan Smith, and you could tell he got him a few times, was Hunt, Kareem Hunt. Oh, he had a game, man. He had a game. But besides that guy, and here's the thing though, he got him the first like 3 quarters, but then eventually you just keep attacking. The time of possession the Browns had was just unbelievable.
Yep.
Unbelievable.
And then a quick thing.
Can I ask you something? What about the Mario Edwards return, JD? How about that? What did that mean to the defense?
I mean, it was great. I mean, it was just wait. Mario Edwards return. Am I thinking of something else? Oh yeah. The defensive end. I forgot his name.
Your DN.
Yeah. No, that was amazing because it was, you put pressure and like it's just one of those things like you gave him better field positions. It's unfortunate we don't do anything with it. That's the thing. It's like, I think, was it the one where we got a field goal? I don't even remember. We had like 8 3-and-outs. It was just terrible. So I don't remember which one was the field goal. That might have been where we got the field goal. But obviously we couldn't capitalize on it. It's just unfortunate that the defense played such a great game. I mean, honestly, if we would have scored just even one more touchdown, that would have kept them off the field long enough. It would have been like a completely different game. It would have been like 13-16 at that point.
Very good point. Yep.
Yeah.
Now let me say this too. The league average for points across the league is 24 points, and the Browns only scored 26. So just to put it into perspective,
with all that,
the league average across the NFL, the average is 24 points per game. So, I mean, to me, from what I saw, that Chicago defense held the Browns down as much as they could for as long as they could. The levees just broke in the fourth quarter, and they had nothing left.
Tired. You're exhausted.
Can I add on to that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry.
Go for it, Ross.
Okay, so me and you, Bobby, the one thing we tend to harp on a lot is time of possession. Time of possession. So the problem is the longer your defense is on the field, the quicker they get gassed out. We can use a number of examples, but we're not going to take 20 minutes on this topic. But when your team gets half the time of possession of any other team, you're not going to do much. You had 20 minutes of offense versus 40 minutes of offense by the Cleveland Browns. And then last but not least, even then, the Cleveland Browns had 98 yards worth of penalties. You couldn't capitalize on that. Sacks allowed 5, 2 punts. I mean, it's like 9 versus 5 sacks. That's a big thing. You can't leave your defense on the field that long. You're going to turn into the Falcons of yesteryear in the Super Bowl. You can't do it because once you get to that point, they're missing spots on routes. They're letting guys like Kamara, like for us, our example, getting open. And then all of a sudden you see Baker Mayfield playing one of his best games of the season because your whole defense is gassed. You can't do it. You can't do it.
He looked like crap for the first couple quarters. Baker did, and then once they got tired, he was just like, "Oh, hey, wide open guys." So exactly, that's exactly what happened. And I have a scolding hot take as it pertains to the defense, and I'll get to. Do you want me to, it's real quick.
Go for it, brother.
Right.
We're winding it down. Go for it.
Khalil Mack, this is my last Bears thing. When Khalil Mack went down, he was hurt for about 12 plays, maybe less, maybe 9 plays. I don't remember. He was hurt. He went to the tent, went to the locker room. I think they taped him up and I gave him something for his pain, and he was back on the field shortly after. But during that time, there was zero problems on the field. I love Khalil Mack. He's a great pass rusher and everything like that. But right now, I would trade him for a top 5 offensive lineman. I would trade him and a first-round pick. I would trade because we need that so bad. We need an offensive tackle so bad. Anyway, that's my take. Is I would trade Khalil Mack because Roquan Smith, he's got that middle of the field, man. He doesn't need Mack.
I'll give you this about Roquan Smith that I underestimated, and I think I said this before on a previous podcast we did, JD. He's quick. He's really quick.
One of the fastest in the league. So fast. He's great in coverage and he's great in the run game. He's amazing. One of the best.
He's the one of the things that you really want to see in a linebacker is lateral movement. How fast can he get down the line from how fast can he go sideline to sideline and chase a guy? You know what I'm talking about? That lateral movement from linebackers is a serious underestimated skill set that they have. And he can fly from sideline to sideline.
That's a great thing to see. He's the true replacement to this guy because that's what he would do. Mack is not that replacement. He's a pass rusher and he's a great pass rusher. But I would trade him for if we could get like a David Bakhtiari, which we never could. Not Trent Williams, he's too old. But one of these tackles from the Saints. They have a couple good ones. I'm just saying I would trade for them if we could, or otherwise, like you
and
said,
he would be
be
worth a top 5 offensive lineman. He would be worth it.
I'd keep him too. I'm not I'm not saying do it, trade him, but I'm saying I would because you could see that's not our strength. Our strength is the coverage and the Yeah, Eddie Jackson and Roquan Smith.
The secondary. Yeah. The pass
Eddie
coverage.
Jackson. I don't know what he was doing week 1. He's better now. He was what the.
Sometimes they just have bad games. Sometimes you just catch players and have a bad game.
Right. Yeah, that's most what he says. He's been better. Yeah.